Good girl. Okay, let's go. Yep. I thought I would demonstrate something that I find myself talking about an awful lot. You know, where are we going? Are you steering? It appears that way. Okay, you guys are on the 360 camera on top of the helmet. We're not going that way. Turn left. Good girl. Keep turning. Keep turning. Turn a little more. Okay. So, I talk about riding style a lot. And people ask, well, how should I ride your horse? Or how are you going to ride my horse? Or whatever. And currently we've got next to nothing. You can see just a saddle, a bareback pad, which actually was a gift from a guy named Robert. Thanks, Robert, if you're still watching. I've got Lena's halter on. We've got just a simple halter. Don't go that way. Good girl. Keep turning. Keep turning. That's the wrong way. Come on, Lena. Oh, right into the wall. Yeah. And just a set of basic rope reins. And look at these flowers. Anyhow, so you keep turning at the same spot. I want to go the other way though. She says I don't, so I'm going to just convince her of something different. I want her to go down to the back. Now you may notice her pace picks up a little at certain spots, and I'm going to try to explain why when I ride, or what triggers her to do certain things. And so Lena's a lesson horse. She teaches a lot of kids and a lot of kids give up, and they'll ride a little and they might say, hey, give me a right hand turn, and Lena will fight it and fight it and fight it and fight it and fight it until she's just going this way, and then they say, well, what about a left hand turn? And pretty soon she gets it figured out that if she just resists for long enough, she could kind of get what she wants. So that's okay. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. It's okay. But then I have to come along and give her little reminders. So I'm going to put my right leg on. She sped up. I don't want her to leave, so I have my left hand come out. When she kind of complies, so we're just going to work this through in stages. When she kind of complies, I let off on everything. Put my right leg on, she should turn. Now, my right leg, left leg. So I'm going to put my left leg on and watch what she does. She speeds up and goes left because she knows I'll just drive her right into the wall if I need to, and I'll just keep bumping with my left and pulling a little bit with my right until she goes. And now pet her. I'll tell her she's great. Yeah. Okay, so I know that she's gonna want to go that way. If she were to think about it a little bit here, she'd probably want to go that way. And when I talk about it in the beginning, I want to talk about how I ride or what I think about. Now she's going left. I'm just letting her go. I'm not doing anything. Legs are off. They're relaxed. Reins are relaxed. Doing nothing. Okay? Now she wants to go out and get some grass. I'm going to get her to go that way. Put my right leg on. Left leg is off. Right leg is on. She's still kind of going straight. Now she's thinking, I wonder how much I can push. So I'll wait, and now I might bump, 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 bump. And she goes. We let everything loose. We pet her. Now she's going left. I don't want that. I'm gonna put my left leg on. Oh, we're getting a little result. And I'll give a right hand. She says, faster. Maybe I can get something done here. I say, keep on going to the right. Yeah. There. We got some right hand turns. We pet her. Now I don't want her leaving, so I'm gonna put my right leg on. Left leg is off. Left hand comes out. She makes a turn, everything comes off. Okay, I'm exaggerating my movements just so it becomes quite obvious what I'm doing. So, she's gonna turn left here. She's gonna go that way for sure. I'm gonna put my left leg on and my right leg stays off. Left leg is on. Now I give it a little bump, 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 bump. And she turns. We pet her. We tell her she's the most amazing horse on the planet. I want to go between those barrels. Left leg is on. Bump, bump, bump. Pet her. So Lena's a very smart horse. I don't want her turning. I want to go straight. But she speeds up, you see. Because she figures if she gets the angle, then maybe she's gonna have to find her way around this thing. So she has to back up. And I don't give up on my requests. Left hand turn. Straight. Uh-oh, what happened? She stalled out. Right hand turn. Right leg is on. Left leg is off. She's not turning. I'm going to do this a little with my hands. And I'm not pulling hard. We're not having a fight. We're not having a fight. I don't have to yank. If I needed to, I might give a little bump, bump. I might say, bump. She's already pretty good with hands, so I'm not doing handwork right now. But I might give a little bump, bump. I might go bump, 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 bump. But it's slight. It's not a big deal. We stay centered. We stay loose. You guys should be able to see the reins are quite loose. She's made a turn. I don't know why. Why are you doing? Okay. Forward we go. We stay loose. We want to get away from using our hands. Right leg goes on. She's like, well, I guess I'll go faster and make a break for it. And I say, no, 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 no. Bump, bump with the right leg. Left hand comes out. I'm bump, 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 bump. She makes the turn. We go straight. I want to go straight now. So I'm going to be kind of particular. And what I'm doing to be particular is just a little block with my legs. Now she's really going, so I'm going to bump, 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 bump. Forward. Whew. That's a lot of work. But horse riding is kind of a lot of work. Right leg is on. I want to go down to the end of the arena. There. I'd like not to bump with my legs. I'd like to steer just with a little touch. There's the left leg. Here's a right leg. Bump, 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 bump. And that is how left leg is on. I want to go right. There we go. Right leg is on. There we go. Left leg is on. See, a little bit on. Bump, 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 bump. Right hand is helping. And then we stop when we're done. Now, this is just my way of riding my horses. I mean, it's not just mine. I know there's many people who do this sort of method. But I talk about it a lot, and I want a reference video for it. This is that reference video. So I hope you guys can see what's going on. I'm going to ask for a right hand turn without my hands. My left leg is on. My right leg is off. She says, okay, we're making the turn. How much do you need? Not much, Lena, not much. We just continue being amazing, okay? All right. Good. Forward. And forward should just be a little tiny squeeze. Left leg is on. Bump, 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 bump. Right hand is helping. Bump, bump, bump. Perfect. Pet her. Right leg is on. I don't want a left hand turn. So bump, 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 bump. And she makes it. Left leg is on. Right leg is off. Right leg is on. Left leg is off. Bump, 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 till I get what I want. Now we'll just go slow. I want to make it to the end. Left leg is on a little. I want to stay straight. Left leg is on. Bump, 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 bump. A little bit of hand there. I want her to make a left hand turn, so I'm bump, 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 bump with my left leg. And she makes it. I don't want to leave the end here, so I'm going to go right leg on to turn left. I'm giving a little bump, 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 bump. Now Lena's had quite a bit of time of being a little bit lazy maybe, or sort of in non-listening mode. Or whatever you want to call it. You know, but ideally we want to ride with no hands. That's the ideal. I don't want to fight with her with my hands. My hands are already, look at, I've got a blister here. My hands are tired enough. Okay, so we're going to push a little to the left with my leg. There. A little bit more. I want to come to the other side of the barrel. There. Okay, now I want to come in. So my left leg is going to come on. Well, I don't have any treats. No, I don't have any treats, Lena. Left leg is on. But yeah, I know. There's nothing here. You're adorable. Good girl. I want to go to the water. Left leg is on. Okay, sorry for the minor cut there. I had to take a phone call, and then now we've started to wander down the arena a little. But I really wanted to talk about and give good reference material to the idea of how I ride, and hopefully you guys will be able to see my right leg and my left leg, so that when I put a little right leg on here, she will start to turn maybe a little bit more, but I don't have to use my hands so much. So I'm just going to give a little bump because she's still just going straight, and I'll assist with my hand. We want to be able to assist. She already knows reins, but there's times when she might not listen as much, and she's very strong. All horses are very strong, but we don't want to fight with these things. But the reason I believe that we have to kind of argue with horses here and there is because we give up. So I'm going to put my left leg on, my right leg is off, and I have every expectation she'll turn. And that would be a good thing. And my left leg does come off as soon as we get somewhere. So you have to have good control of your body and your balance and your legs. So a little left leg, I want to come on the inside there. Okay, we're keeping center here. I'm not trying not to move my hands much. And I'm going to have my left leg come off, and my right leg is coming on just ever so slightly. A little more right leg there. Left leg on, right leg off. I'm going to make a turn, and maybe I can get a figure eight here. Give a little more bump, 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 bump. I want to turn harder. Now it's not the best of turns, but I'm just bumping a little bit. Now my right leg is on a little, and I'm going to have her go this way. My hands are trying to stay neutral because I don't want to argue with the hands. I want the legs to mean something. And I'd say that's not bad at all. We could pet her and tell her she's the most amazing horse ever. And in fact, let's reward her by letting her kind of go a little bit where she'd like to go, which is likely over to the grass. And this neutral position gives her a little bit of an indicator that she can sort of do some other things, and I would be okay with it. My non-neutral position might be to pick up a little bit and say, hey, can I have your head? But don't move. Hey, can I have your head? Can I have your head? Have your head? No eating. Pick up. Right? And it might be just a little bit snugger. And she might say, what do you want? And I'd say, just bear with me and be patient for a second. I promise I'll let you eat. So a little bit of that. Now we'll let her go and have her eat a little bit of grass. So hopefully that's been useful. Hopefully this has given some kind of indication of how you know, I personally like to ride. I like to ride with my body and my legs. I don't want to have to use my reins. I don't want to have to fight or do anything or pull or wear my hands out. And so you just have to keep at it. And when you ask for stuff, don't give up. Stick with it. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Any questions, let me know. If not, great. Big congratulations to Lena for being amazing. Let's move her forward a little bit. That's pretty good. That's nice. We'll pet her and tell her she's amazing and she can eat all the grass she wants. There's some over there too. So that's it for now. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.